Oh man, look at this beautiful GMC. I love the lights on the front mirrors. That's something I just noticed. I always knew that these on the back of it basically were for your trailer. I mean, you can see it has a ton of light right here. And even in the bed, yes. I might be transforming forever to be a GMC owner. They give you the right tires from the factory. I mean, even back here, you have this little light. I mean, look how far away the tailgate is. Look at that. Like literally, I could just squeeze right in and I could even open this without even hitting my truck. But we have to unhook. We just got to our BLM spot. There's nothing out here. This is the best way to camp. I love the West. Alrighty, so here we go. This is my first video officially talking about towing with the new 23 GMC Sierra. First and foremost, there's a lot of great features on this truck. I definitely am enjoying using this truck, especially like with the cameras and, you know, having the, you know, pressure taken off me without, if I make a U-turn or something like that, I don't have to worry about hitting the cab. So there's a lot of great benefits. However, I'm still trying to figure this truck out. I think when you own something for the first time, you have to kind of dial it in. And I did things a little bit differently from what I did in the past. Like with the Ram, I always kind of aired my tires up all the way around to 80 PSIs, especially when I was towing. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I want to, like, you know, kind of get a feel for the truck overall. This is very comfortable. Would you say that this is, I think my wife can probably agree that this truck is soft, is really nice. Like, there's no jolts and bumps from the transmission. The suspension is just a lot softer, and it kind of shows too a little bit with the squat. But for the most part, this truck is great. However, one of my pet peeves, and you probably heard me say it a few times, is the exhaust brake. I'm trying, guys. Like, I am, the only way I've been able to get to work is to basically manually shift. But why have tow haul mode if I have to manually shift? And the other issue I have is, I think it's really, it could be the way that they have the fifth wheel prep package positioned in the box. I love the fact that I can make a 90-degree turn. However, I don't know if I get a little sway. Like, even my wife, she even noticed it a little bit too. Like when we were coming down to Moab, she was like, it seems like the truck is swaying. And it was a little bit windy. So I bet you the winds were probably maybe 15, 18 mile an hour winds, somewhere in there. And the truck was clearly swaying. Like, and it, again, I don't have my tires aired up like I like to have them. I did it on purpose because I wanted to go back, because we're gonna probably go somewhere again here in the next few weeks. So I'll be able to reduce some of this footage, and I'll air up the tires, and then I'll see if that might actually help a little bit. And maybe it won't be as windy as it was a few days ago, because again, I think that might have been one of the factors. But it seems like these tires either give up too easily, these Goodyear Wranglers, or I just need to air up the tires to see if that might fix some of this sway that I'm feeling. But my biggest pet peeve with this truck is there's no like feedback when you go to slow down. So normally with the Ram, if I were to take my foot off the gas, the truck would start to slow down with the exhaust brake, because it had a full, and then it had a can't remember I already forgot what the other one was actually, but it had a full, and then it had another one. I'll put it here in the video. I already forgot about the Ram, and that's that. But with the Ram, if you had it full, once you take your foot off the gas, it'll instantly start to slow down. And then when you put it in the second setting, it would basically, if you tap the brakes, it would basically come on. With this truck, like I said, no matter what you do, when you take your foot off the gas, if you turn off the cruise control, it'll just basically does nothing. I mean, it's slowing down because I'm kind of going uphill right now, but there's just no feedback. Like, the Ram would instantly start to slow you down. And I feel like even though it's really aggressive for probably some people, it makes you feel good when you're climbing grades and going down grades. Like, it's just good to know you have that extra stopping power. And the transmission just shifted so, like, strong. Like, it was confident. With this one, it just seems like your trade-off basically is just you have a better shifting transmission, smoother, it's more easy to live with day to day, and it just doesn't have that strength that I'm looking for. But check out some of the MPG that we have so far. This isn't bad because we've been climbing grades a lot. Like 5 to 7% is what I've been seeing. So yeah, this is pretty darn good. And the 10-speed does hold the gears pretty well. And let me just show you guys the transmission with us going up those grades. Right there. So 185, that's not bad either. The temperature outside is probably about 75 degrees out here, just dry heat basically. But overall, I'm really happy with how well this truck does with the temperatures. Now with that being said, again, I'm picking on the GM. The Ram did do a lot better job, or I should say the Eisen transmission did a lot better job with the temperatures. On a grade like that, it probably would have got up to like 170 degrees. Now, if I was climbing it for like a really long time or going up a really steep grade and I was doing wide open throttle, it probably would get up to 185. But it was very rare. It was typically in stop and go traffic where that transmission got really hot. But just going up grades consistently, it'll probably get up to like maybe 170, 172. But I never really saw it get up to 185 unless we were doing a lot of stop and go traffic in like rush hour. But I gotta say, a lot of the ergonomics of this truck are a lot better. Like, I like the mirrors. You don't have to flip them up. And if you do forget to extend them, all you gotta do is just hit a button while you're inside the truck. The only thing I would like for them to do in the future, hopefully they'll do it for 2024, is make the convex power. That is a huge like deal, because it's weird to have my wife trying to like adjust it for me as we're driving, you know, because sometimes she doesn't really know what I need to see, so I have to kind of tell her, and I don't know half the time what I need either. So yeah, that's something I hope they fix on the next one. But I will check back in before the end of this video so you guys can see the fuel economy. I'm thinking it'll go back up probably closer to 9 mpg when we get to where we're going. But this truck is new still. Normally with diesels, you're not going to see good fuel. Sorry about that, my camera is full. So the last thing I said was, when you have a new diesel, you typically have to wait till you get closer to 20 to 30,000 miles. I feel like that's when our Ram started to really get good gas miles. I was getting 10, 11 miles a gallon without even trying. I'd be just cruising down the highway at 75 miles an hour, and I'd look down, I'd be getting 9.5. And if I was, you know, being conservative with my driving, trying to like get good gas miles, I can easily get 10.2. And if it was, you know, really no grades and it was just flat roads, I could probably get 11. And that's probably still like driving very, you know, conservatively. Guys, I have some bad news. So I got a lot of footage that day. Like, I probably did 8 videos in that one day, and unfortunately I deleted too much of my content over time, and I think I might have deleted some of the videos for this video. So I did a fuel economy run, but I don't see any of the footage for it. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's kind of chopped up because I'm missing some content. So I'm going to redo this video. I decided to go ahead and post it because there was still a good amount of information in there for you guys. Like I said, I did not run the PSIs high on the tires because when I went to service, they aired down my tires. And so that's why, that was one of the reasons why I decided, let's keep it this way, because I figured it'd be good to kind of get a before and after. But the truck did great. The transmission is really, really smooth. However, it's not strong the way I like it. And again, I guess I just have to figure out how to drive this truck. I did mention in another video that I did figure out some techniques for it, so I will go over that in another video. But like I said, when we tow our trailer again, which will probably be end of this month, and figure it takes me about a week or so to get the footage edited, I will do a towing video, a better one this time around. And hopefully I can give you guys some good fuel economy numbers for towing with the GMC. And as I mentioned, the Ram did pretty good. I figure on the same grades, it probably would have got like closer to 8.3, 8.5. This truck, because it has a 10-speed, I feel like it does help a little bit with the RPMs, and I think that it runs a little bit lower, so I think it's going to get a little bit better fuel economy. Lastly, as I mentioned, I have not used this truck enough to really give you a detailed like opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably try to plan a few more trips. Unless it snows, I won't go out. But if I can, what I'll do is I'll see if I can get at least 1,000 miles or so behind the wheel of this truck, because I feel like then I can really give you my impressions. But overall, the features in this GMC, which I'll go over in another video, are super cool. And as I mentioned in the video, having that 90-degree turn, super helpful. And yeah, once I air up the tires and redo the test, I'll be able to give a better opinion on how well the truck handles, because in the past of my Ram, I've always upgraded the tires and they were a little bit more robust tire versus the Goodyears on this truck. But if I do the tires at 80 PSIs, try it again, and I think I can give you a better impression on how I really feel about it. But be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure your bell notifications on. See you in the next video.